Welcome students. In the last video we have learnt what is capacitance and we have derived a formula for the capacitance, and C is equal to Q by V, and we learnt what is the unit of capacitance, and that is Farad. Okay. Now we have the formula C is equal to Q by V. Now we have to define what is a farad, how much is a farad. See, if Q is equal to 1, if Q is equal to 1 coulomb and V is equal to 1 volt, then what will be C? C will be equal to 1 by 1 is equal to 1 farad. So 1 farad is defined as the capacitance of a capacitor, of a conductor. It is defined as the capacitance of a conductor if it is charged by 1 coulomb. If it is charged by 1 coulomb, and consequent to that, if the potential difference, rise of potential difference is 1 volt. Suppose you are having a conductor, its potential is presently now it is 0. Imagine that you are pumping 1 coulomb charge into it. 1 coulomb charge. Now you look into potential. What is the potential? If V is equal to 1 volt, then we can say the capacitance of this conductor with this sphere is 1 farad. So capacitance of a conductor is said to be 1 farad if there is a rise of 1 volt of potential when we charge it with a 1 coulomb of charge. If we put 1 coulomb charge into a conductor, and if you note the potential before and after, if there is a potential difference of 1 volt, then that conductor, the capacitance of that conductor, the capacity of that conductor is said to be 1 farad. So this is the definition of farad. Okay. Now let us find out capacitance of a sphere. You imagine a sphere of radius r. This is a sphere of radius r meters. Okay. Now, imagine that you are charging it. So, the charge will reside on its surface. This is a conductor, and it is charged with a charge Q. You are giving a charge Q. Now, what will be the potential? See, when we studied the potential, we have studied that a charged sphere will behave as if the charge is concentrated at its center. This sphere will behave as if the entire charge Q is concentrated at its center. So imagine that the charge Q is kept at center. Then what will be the electric potential on the surface? The distance is r. See, suppose this is a charge Q. What will be the potential at a distance r? It is given by 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by r. So this sphere will behave as if the entire charge is concentrated at the center. Now you imagine that the entire charge Q is concentrated at the center. Then what will be the potential on its surface, which is at a distance r, because the radius is r. So that will be equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by r. So potential on the surface of a sphere charged with the charge Q is equal to V is equal to how much it will be? 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by R. Now, what will be its capacitance? What is capacitance? It is Q by V, charge by potential. So, the capacitance of the sphere C will be equal to how much? Q by V. That is equal to Q by 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by R. That will be equal to 4 pi epsilon 0 R. So, the capacitance of a sphere, the capacitance of a sphere is the capacitance of a sphere, a spherical conductor. Spherical conductor C will be equal to 4 pi epsilon 0 R, where R is the radius of the sphere. That is the formula. Now here you have to see some factors, you have to look at it. It depends only on epsilon 0 and R. R is the radius of the sphere. So that means the capacitance of a sphere depends only on its size. More the radius, more the size, more the capacitance. And if it is placed in vacuum, it will be epsilon 0. Imagine that it is placed in a dielectric medium of dielectric constant K or epsilon R. C will be equal to 4 pi epsilon 0 epsilon R. This will be the capacitance. So, capacitance of a conductor will depend on its size and where it is placed. Only on two factors it will depend. It depends on its radius or a size as well as in which dielectric it is placed. Okay. Now, this is the capacitance of a sphere. Now, let us calculate what is the capacitance of Earth. Earth is imagined to be a big conductor, and the radius of Earth is approximately equal to 6,400 kilometers. That is equal to 64 into 10 raised to 5 meters. This is the radius, or 6.4 into 10 raised to 6 meters. This is the radius of Earth. Now, what will be its capacitance? So, capacitance of Earth will be equal to, C will be equal to 4 pi epsilon 0 into 6.4 into 10 raised to 6. You know 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 is 9 into 10 raised to 9. So 4 pi epsilon 0 will be equal to 1 by 9 into 10 raised to 9 into 6.4 into 10 raised to 6. That will come to 0.711 into 10 raised to minus 3 farad, or that will be equal to 711 microfarad. See, the capacitance of the Earth is only 711 microfarad, or 0.711 into 10 raised to minus 3 farad. Now you see, farad is a very big unit. The capacitance of the entire Earth is only this much. Okay, so that you have to keep it in mind. So in practical application, we will make capacitors, that we will learn later. In the capacitors, we will be able to hold 50 microfarad. In a small capacitor itself, we will be able to hold this 50 microfarad or 100 microfarad. Very easily we can manufacture this. That is why we are manufacturing capacitors instead of that conductors, spheres and all those things. See, what is the use of capacitors? Why we are studying all those things? See, here we are storing, in a capacitor, we are storing charges. That means we are storing energy. See, if I store, suppose this is a conductor, I am bringing say 1000 positive charges here, so I am doing some work in doing it. See, initially for first charge I don't want to do any work. When I bring the second charge, I have to do some work. When I bring the third charge, I have to do more work. Fourth charge, like that. That work done, that external work done is stored as the potential energy in this capacitor. So capacitor is equivalent to a battery. We are storing energy into it. So that is the use of capacitors. A capacitor is a device used to store energy. Capacitor is a device used to store electrical energy. It is a capacitor is a device used to store energy. Now we have not come to the capacitors, we will be coming to capacitors later. Okay, after this we will come to capacitors. We will do some problems over this using this formula. We will do some problems. After that we will come to parallel plate capacitor. Okay, please note down this question. 27 small spherical drops of radius 3 millimeter are containing a charge of 10 raised to minus 12 coulombs are combined to form a big drop. Calculate the capacitance and potential of the big drop. See, there are 27 small droplets. Each is having a radius of 3 millimeter. And each drop is carrying a charge of 10 raised to minus 12 coulombs. Now all these the drops are combined together to form a single big drop. Now what will be the capacitance of the big drop as well as the potential of the big drop? So let us write down what are the data given. Say radius of small drop, let it be r is equal to 3 millimeter, and that is equal to 3 into 10 raised to minus 3 meters. Number of small drops is equal to n is equal to 27. Charge of one small drop is equal to 10 raised to minus 12 coulombs. These are the data given. Now what will be the volume of one drop? See, if 27 drops together combine to form a single drop, the volume will remain constant. Volume of 27 will be 27 droplets will be equal to volume of the single drop. So what is the volume of one single drop? Volume of a single drop will be equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. So volume of 27 drops will be equal to 27 into 4 by 3 pi r cube. So this will be the volume of the big drop. So let us assume, let r be the radius of big drop, then volume of big drop will be equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. This 4 by 3 pi r cube will be equal to 27 into 4 by 3 pi r cube. Therefore, 27 into 4 by 3 pi r cube will be equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. This is the volume of big drop and this is the total volume of 27 drops. That will be same. So you will get 27 r cube will be equal to r cube, or r will be equal to cube root of 27 r cube, and that will be equal to 3r. So you got the radius of big drop, r will be equal to 3r is equal to 3 into 10 raised to minus 3, and that r will be equal to 9 into 10 raised to minus 3 meters. This will be the radius of the big drop. This will be the radius of big drop. Then what will be the capacitance of the big drop? We have to find out capacitance as well as potential of the big drop. What is the total charge in the drop? Charge is conserved. So charge in single drop is 10 raised to minus 12 coulombs. So what will be the charge in one total charges in all 27 droplets? 27 into 10 raised to minus 12. So total charge Q will be equal to 27 into 10 raised to minus 12 coulombs. This is a charge and this is the radius of the big drop. Then what will be the capacitance? It will be equal to 4 pi epsilon 0 r. So for capacitance, C is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 is 9 into 10 raised to 9. So 4 pi epsilon 0 will be equal to 1 by 9 into 10 raised to 9 into radius 9 into 10 raised to minus 3, and that will be equal to 9 and 9 will get cancelled, and that will be equal to 10 raised to minus 12 farad, and that is equal to 1 picofarad. So the capacitance is C is equal to 1 picofarad. So we found out what is the capacitance. We know what is the total charge. So we know Q, now we know C. Then we have to find out potential. What will be the potential? I am deleting this. Now let us find out potential. We know V is equal to Q by C or Q by C. Q is equal to 27 into 10 raised to minus 12 by what is C? 1 picofarad, that is 10 raised to minus 12 farad. So 10 raised to minus 12, that is equal to 27 volt. So this is the answer. V is equal to 27 volt and C is equal to 1 picofarad. This is the answer. Let us learn what is a parallel plate capacitor. Let me tell you what is, first of all, let me tell you what is a capacitor. See, we have learned that all conductors are having a quality of called capacitance. It can hold some charges. That is, the capacity to hold the charge is called capacitors. See, imagine that you are a utensil in your kitchen, a big pot, imagine. That is having some capacity to hold the water. But will you keep it in the top of your terrace as a water tank? No, because its capacity is very, very low. So what we will do, we will purchase a water tank which is having a larger capacity. We won't keep that small vessel into our rooftop and use as water tank, because its capacity is less. So what we will do, we will purchase a water tank which is having a huge capacity, and we'll keep it in the top of the terrace, okay, top of the roof, we'll keep it. Similarly, we cannot use ordinary conductors such as spheres and all those things as a capacitor. We cannot ordinary spheres, because we have seen that in the earth itself is having only 711 microfarad capacity. So what we do is, we will manufacture capacitors to hold the charge. So that specially designed conductors, designed in a typical way, which will form the capacitors. So capacitors are the conductors which are designed to hold more charges, that are called capacitors. And one type of capacitor is called parallel plate capacitor. Okay. Now this parallel plate capacitor consists of two parallel plates, conductors, good conductors which are kept parallel to each other, and one plate, this is plate A and this is plate B. They are separated by a very small distance, D. D is very small, they are kept very close, and it is charged by a charge, say Q, and the same charge will be given in this plate also, minus of Q. Now this will serve as a parallel plate capacitor. See, imagine that the area of the plate imagine that both the plates are of same area, same size, and they are kept parallel to each other, separated by a distance D. So let the area of the plate be A. The charge in the plate on the plate will be equal to Q. Now what will be the charge per unit area? In the total area it is A, and the total charge is Q. So charge per unit area, sigma will be equal to Q by A. Now we have studied in the last chapter, when we studied electric field intensity, what will be the electric field intensity between two infinitely long charged plates. In three regions we have studied, region 1 here, region 2 here, and region 3 here. You can have it from my previous video. If these two plates are equally charged with the same positive plate charges, then the intensity, electric field intensity here will be 0. If here it will be rho by 2 epsilon, like that we have learnt. You look into that video. Now here the electric field intensity, since it is equal and opposite charges, the electric field intensity will be equal to sigma by epsilon 0. Here the electric field intensity will be 0, here the electric field intensity will be 0. In between the plates, the electric field intensity will be equal to sigma by epsilon 0. That we have learned in the previous chapter. So, electric field intensity E will be equal to sigma by epsilon 0, where epsilon 0 is the permittivity of the vacuum. In between these two plates, the medium is vacuum. So that is why we are taking epsilon 0. Okay. If it is any other medium, it will be epsilon r or k will come there. So let us come to that later. So E is equal to sigma by epsilon 0, where sigma is the charge per unit area. Now what will be V? Potential across the plates. V will be equal to, what will be V? What is the relation between V, E and V? E is equal to V by D, or for varying field it will be E will be equal to dV by dr, or V will be equal to dV will be equal to E into dr, or here it will be E into D. Here the electric field is uniform, so that we can use this formula. E is equal to V by D. So V will be equal to E into D. So E into D, and that will be equal to sigma by epsilon 0 into D. Now what is sigma? Sigma is Q by A, so we can put that Q by A here. That is equal to Q by A epsilon 0 into D. This is the potential V. V is equal to Q by D A epsilon 0. Now what will be the capacitance? Capacitance C is equal to Q by V, that is equal to Q by, what is V? Total charge is Q here. So Q by V, V is QD by A epsilon 0, and that will be equal to, Q and Q will get cancelled, A epsilon 0 by D, that is the capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor. Capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor is C is equal to epsilon 0 A by D. Epsilon 0 A by D. You look into that formula, that is related only to the area of the plate and separation between the plate. It is nothing to do with the charge and all those things. The capacitance will depend only on the dimensions. Earlier in the last video I had told. In a parallel plate capacitor, the capacitance will depend on the area of the parallel plates as well as the distance between them. If the distance is very, very small, if you reduce the distance, the capacitance will increase. If you increase the area, what will happen? The capacitance will increase. We have got this. C is equal to epsilon 0 A by D. Suppose instead of vacuum you are placing some dielectric such as mica, paper, all those things are called dielectrics, insulators. Dielectrics are insulators. Insulators in between them. Imagine. So what will happen to epsilon 0? Epsilon 0 is the permittivity in vacuum. If it is, if you add a dielectric with a dielectric constant K or epsilon r, this will become epsilon 0 epsilon r or epsilon 0 K. Both are right. So when this is the capacitance in vacuum, that is when a dielectric, what do you mean by dielectric? It is an insulator such as paper, wax, oil or something like that. If you place a dielectric in between them, what will happen? The epsilon 0, instead of epsilon 0 it will become epsilon 0 K. When a dielectric is introduced fully, That word is important. You have to introduce it fully, not a small piece. If you introduce a small piece, that we will learn later. So if you introduce a dielectric, a paper or something like that, oil or anything like that, in between the parallel plates, then C will be equal to epsilon 0 K, dielectric constant K. That is a mere number, it's only a ratio. Or you can write epsilon R also, relative permittivity, A by D. Suppose a capacitor is having a parallel plate capacitor is having a capacitance of epsilon 0 A by D. And if you introduce a dielectric with a dielectric constant 2, what will happen? The capacitance will get multiplied by 2, that is, capacitance will get doubled. If you place a dielectric of a dielectric constant 4, what will happen? The capacitance will increase 4 times. So these two formulas you have to keep it in mind. When there is a dielectric in between them, the capacitance will be equal to epsilon 0 Ka by D. So that formula also we have to write. C is equal to epsilon 0 Ka by D. This is about parallel plate capacitors. Okay, we will do some problems in relating to this. Okay.